Yo guys, how's it going? We're here for a third episode of our betting career on FIFA 18. Starting this episode off with a game against Hull City, starting the same way we ended the last one with a game against Hull. Hopefully not a replica game. Hopefully not fully starting the same way as we ended it, being as we lost. If you ain't watched that, that's a bit of a spoiler, but you should have watched it anyway. Here going into this, hopefully I get one over back on Hull and maybe get the win out of this game. Coming straight on the attack against them in the first few minutes of the game, trying to get them shots off, trying to attack them with all we've got. Unluckily, we get this shot deflected wide, but like I say, we just try and get back into it and try and get one back on Hull, being as they beat us in the last game. Just try and throw everything at them in this one. We go in, get a corner from that deflection, whips the ball in. The Hull players get the ball clear, but it comes straight back to our players. Samuelson picks the ball up in the middle of the pitch, gives it Turner, who gives it then to Akins, who passes it inside to Ben, who gets chopped down, and again, for the second game in a row, and against the exact same team, we get a penalty. I don't think it was in the same sort of minutes range, but again, it was like the first attack, and it was pretty much the same sort of foul that they gave away in the last game, where they came through the back of it after we get into the box, and it was like one of the first opportunities we got into the box. But he does get took down, and because he gained the penalty, we gave the penalty to Bent, who smashes the ball into the top left corner. What a penalty that is! Right in the corner. There was no way, even if the keeper had gone the right way, there was no way he was saving that penalty at all. And I think, if I'm right in saying, no, but that is Bent's first goal of the season, and it would have, hopefully, this is the way the last game started, where we took the lead with a penalty. Hopefully it don't go the same way and we don't end up throwing the lead like we did in that game. But it was a good start, and we did get off to a bright start in this game. We come forward again here, trying to attack, give it everything in this game. Bent picks up the ball here, tries to whip one into the far corner, and it wasn't far wide really. That was a great shot from Bent. If that had been on target, it weren't that close as I thought it was, but it was a good shot, to be fair, from outside the area. But again, we come forward again, where we're just trying to pin Hull back, and Flanagan picks up the ball. We run down the wing with the ball, gives it inside, passes it inside again. Bent shoots and somehow hits the bar from 5 yards out, and that should have been 2-0. End of. Like, I don't know how I missed that. I think I must have just held the button that bit too long, and he just smashed it. But straight from the throw in, we come forward again and get a shot off, but unluckily it goes wide. But it is in this game, even though we're having so many attacks, we're still getting like the same sort of, we can't get into the box as much, but we still have it. But in this game we're having a lot more attacks. Saying that, Hull come forward with Fraser Campbell, and they do my defenders horribly again, but he puts it wide of the post. Should have done better there with how much time he had on the ball after he'd done the defender, but unluckily for them, they miss, and luckily for us, we're still in the lead at 1-0. At 1-0, shall I say. We come forward again, but get the ball stolen off us as Hull pick up the ball in the middle of the park. Come forward with a great switching pass straight over, but unluckily for them, they lose the ball from a bit of sloppy play as we come forward on a counter attack, but it gets slowed down a bit too much. I think if I maybe took it forward a bit more, it might have worked, but we keep coming forward. Ben gives it off, and we take a shot there, and great save from the keeper. Unbelievable save. It would have been a great finish if it had gone in the back of the net. It wasn't exactly the best of shots. It wasn't far in the corner or anything like that, but it was still a very good save from the keeper nonetheless. As again, here we get nothing from that corner, but we come forward again here. Bent picks up the ball now, who comes forward, he gives it off to Samuelson, who tries to jink and jive around the defence, but we find a gap, and Akins, in acres of space there, just no one around him, picks the ball up from a wonderful pass, somehow gets it through the defence, and he's left all alone, and the keeper can't do nothing about that, straight in the top corner. I was a bit worried at this point. When I'd passed the ball off here, I wondered if he was offside, but it wasn't, and he'd whipped the ball straight into that far corner. It was a wonderful finish, and that makes it 2-0 at half time. 45th minute, to score that kind of goal is unbelievable when you think how badly we was doing in the last game against these, and it was literally the very last game, and we've just picked it up so much, and now instead of 2-1 down at the break, we're now 2-0 up, and we come forward again, just the first attack really after the second half, and 3-0. Murphy again puts it into the back of the net. He is doing unbelievably in front of goal, not just in front of goal, but creating the chances as well. He's done absolutely amazing. I really like him at the minute. He's playing very, very well. Hopefully he won't slow down as the season progresses, and he'll just keep going and keep going and keep going as he is at the minute. And if he does, then there's going to be no stopping him at the minute. And at 3-0 I thought, well, this is over now. It's just a fact of adding the goals to what we need as we try and come forward again, but they clear the ball, but not further than our midfield as we come forward again, trying to work some space, trying to just pretty much slow the game down as much as possible as well, so they don't try and come on and attack. It comes straight through the back of my player there, but it leaves a massive open space as we come forward, make some space, but somehow he puts that wide of the post. That should have been 4. It was Ruddock that took that shot, our new signing from the beginning of, well, the end of last episode, and if that had gone in, it would have been a great debut for him, and it was just a poor finish in the end. Should have done better, but it did end 3-0, and even though we probably should have and could have scored more, but that 3-0 is, I'm more than happy with that. We've played very well for this game, and it's just a foundation for us now to push on, get better, and especially when we've bounced back from losing 2-1 to 1 to then winning 3-0, it's brilliant, and it just shows how resilient the team is. But we do have a training session here, trying to just increase the players as much as we can. Hopefully we can get a few more younger players in as well as the season progresses, maybe get a bit more money for a few players. But before that, we have a game against Middlesbrough, the second game of the episode, or second and final game of the episode, to play, hopefully get another win here. We haven't lost. I know we've only played 2 games, but the 2 games we have played, we haven't lost. And they've been against, I'd say, difficult teams, to be fair. Hull and Cardiff, 2 teams I definitely struggled against. And you could see that in the first Cardiff game. You could see that there wasn't many chances or anything like that. And same as Hull, you could see it in the cup game how much I struggled. But that last game, they got torn apart. But as we come on the attack here with Middlesbrough, against Middlesbrough, should I say, coming forward, takes a wonderful shot but just goes wide. It would have been a marvellous finish if it had gone in, but they come forward here, find themselves in loads of space. Asombalonga running forward, gives it off, and he keeps making the run, but we manage to slow down the attack a bit, but they do keep coming forward, trying to attack as much as possible. And saying about Asombalonga, he's on the ball again and he whips the shot, but it just goes wide. He is one player I definitely am looking towards getting. Whether it's this season, it probably ain't going to be able to because of how much money we have, But next season, I think the start of next season, he will definitely be a player I'll be looking towards getting, because he was horrible to play against in this game, as well as Adama. We played against one in the last game yesterday, and we come up against one today. If anything, he might have not scored there, but he was definitely causing problems as much as the other Adama was yesterday that was playing for Hull. But we do come forward again here, trying to break down, maybe get a goal, try and put us in the lead as we smash this shot, and Luke Varner puts it in the back of the net to make it 1-0 just before half time again. And we seem to be making a habit of this, of scoring just before half time, but I'd rather have that as a habit than anything else, to be honest, because it really puts us into the half-time break with a lot of confidence, and we be able to come out in the second half knowing that we've got the lead. Really helps. It took a massive deflection there, and I think it came off the hands of the Middlesbrough defender, so if anything it would have been a penalty afterwards if it didn't go in, I believe. But Luke Varner, I changed him in for this game because I think he asked me to put him in the game, and I thought, you know what, why not? But we do come forward again. Miller, who you haven't seen many clips of him in the last game and this game, but honestly, he's been brilliant for them 2 games. He's came forward and attacked brilliantly. But it did end 1-0, and this is the end of the episode today. We'll be back tomorrow for another one. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.